But we'll keep it moving to the featherweight division now. And here we have Yair Rodriguez coming up against Patricio Pitbull. Yair Rodriguez, number 5 ranked, is 16-5 and 06 by KO, 4 by sub. He's on a 2-fight slide at the moment. Last time out, losing to Brian Ortega by third round sub. Coming up against 2-division Bellator champion Patricio Pitbull, 36-7 and 0, 9 by KO, 5 by sub. Last time beat Jeremy Kennedy by TKO. So, Babu, are you super hyped for this one?
I I actually am. My Pa- Patricio Pitbull has been like a fighter that like I saw like small glimpse of him through Bellator. He looked like a absolute monster over there. Um, like got the job done against like some good names, lost against some good names. Oh, but always put on like a proper fight. Can never say that he looked like
Mm.
can never say that he looked off on the night. Like he always tried to like put on a bang of a fight, and either he got knocked out or like he died on his shield basically most of the time. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does in the UFC. I think he follows the same Michael Chandler path. Yair Rodriguez, big name. I think he's just gonna fight big names. I think this fight determines if you if we can see a path to the title or if we're just gonna see banger fights out of him. Um, I think if he loses this, we're just gonna see banger fights out of him. He's just gonna pick and choose like good fights, and the UFC will put him on fight cards or whatever, so that they can draw in crowds. Um, if he if he does get the job done, I would like to see what he does in that division, stack division as well. Um,
Mm.
Yair, I, uh, I last time out, I thought he looked a bit. He didn't look as explosive as he was in that Ortega fight. I wanted him to get the finish sooner than what it was, and I think he got the finish in the third. And I thought he should have got Ortega out in the second, so it was a bit like underwhelming for me. So I want to see like if he still has that killer instinct to get the fight over and done with as soon as possible, because I think this is a fight that he can land a knockout and then just get the job nice and early done. I think it could be a war as well. We could see like a 3 round absolute war, and we could see a fight of the year contender, and we could see a knockout of the year contender, because this is the same man that threw like a spinning, or no, he threw like an elbow over the top or some madcap. So he is creative in his strikes and always exciting to watch.
Give thanks, Babu. Very well sold there. Definitely looking forward to this one. BG, what can you tell us about this one, bro?
Yeah, no, Papu's onto something there. I mean, I also like slightly followed Pitbull's career, back when he had the rivalry with Michael Chandler and taking it down then. And I think he's very much a carbon copy of Michael Chandler if you think about it. Similar style. I think the difference between him and Michael Chandler is that Patricio Pitbull has got a black belt jiu-jitsu pedigree. He can tap you out in ways that Michael Chandler can't and or doesn't, if you think about it that way. But very similar style, just smaller weight. But Patricio has fought lightweight as well. But anyway, that they're fighting in featherweight now, and I think it's a perfect fight for Patricio's introduction to the UFC. I mean, he's a two-time two-division champion, so it's like you can't really give him a unranked or a ranked 15 athlete. You got to give him someone a little bit higher than that. Same way they gave Michael Chandler a high-ranked opponent when he first entered. But how do I see the fight playing out? I can also see the fight here. Probably either a knockout from Patricio Pitbull, or we can see Yair Rodriguez slowly but surely folding Patricio as the fight goes on. Maybe he gets a little bit tired and Rodriguez lands one of those explosive Taekwondo kind of kicks. But the thing with Yair Rodriguez that I am not a fan of is he's the kind of athlete where he either puts you away early or he's the one gets getting beaten because he can't get you out of there. Then he gets a little bit tired, and then he becomes a little bit more susceptible to those body shots. And you see him slow down, and he gets taken down, and then he gives up his back, and then he gets submitted, or he's getting ground and pounded, or he's just getting folded. That's been Yair Rodriguez's career in the UFC. That's why he hasn't been a champion. I mean, he's got the interim belt once before when he beat Josh Emmett with those body kicks. But when he fought the actual champions of the division, they all smoked him. They all bullied him basically in ways that looked very nasty to watch. And that's Yair Rodriguez. So he's kind of going to get you with some creative stuff in that first round where he's very dangerous with all the energy, spinning back kicks, heel kicks, oblique kicks. So he throws elbows like Baba was referring to. But Patricio Pitbull is very, very patient for his knockout. He doesn't go in there and just swing to get the knockout. He's quite patient. He walks you down like Ilya, gets you to that cage, and when he sees you back against the cage, then he starts throwing those hands. And I do think that Patricio's got the conditioning to actually withstand some of the shots from Yair Rodriguez, like the typical jab, the typical right straight. But I think the more dangerous stuff like the elbows when in the clinches or the spinning kicks or the knees, Patricio's got to look out for those. But I think if Patricio's poised, be patient with it, you can get Yair Rodriguez out there round 2 and round 3 because Rodriguez, when the fight goes on a little bit longer, he does tend to fold. So that for that, it makes for a fight where we're going to see these athletes go in there and it can go either way. So I'm quite excited about that one. I'm going to put my money on Pitbull. So I think the conditioning, 35-year-old champion status, he's been there. He's fought against the who's who. I think his style is the kind of style that can make Yair Rodriguez twitch too much and maybe throw a little bit too recklessly and make his mind fight reactive, and that can tire you out. And Patricio will land a bomb on him and have a really exciting debut.
Big call there, BG. Big call. And if you are putting some money down on Pitbull, he is starting as the betting underdog here. So might be good value for money. Babu, you want to give us a pick here before we keep moving?
I'll say Pitbull KO, yeah.
Pitbull by KO. Big call, big call. Okay, so the panel both going for Pitbull here. I'll keep my prediction a mystery for tomorrow's parlay show. So you have to tune in for that to get my picks tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, please drop a comment on the video, like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet.